What's going on YouTube? Today I'll be breaking down the round of 16 matchup in the $180,000 Ultimate Kickoff Tournament. This game alone was worth over $10,000, which is by far the biggest game of Madden 23 I have played this year. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, please be sure to hit the sub, but let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this is the team that I used. First off, I used Josh Allen at quarterback. I know a lot of people use Aaron Rodgers, but I just used Josh Allen. Simple of the matter of the fact is, I just think he's a dog. I think he's got that dog in him. The stats probably say to use Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has a faster release. Josh Allen has that dog in him. I'm going to rock with Josh Allen. I used Jerome Bettis, who's the best running back in the game. The dude is a tank. Put reach forward elite on him. Don't really think that ability works. Probably should have used Jukebox, but I didn't really want to fumble. If you use Jukebox, your stamina is going to go down. I really just don't want to fumble, so I just put reach forward elite on him because I had 1 extra AP. 3 AP on Andre Reed, short in, mid in. Works for every corner route. Works for flood, playing bunch, and so super recommend that. 2 AP on Justin Jefferson for short in, 4 AP on Randy Moss for outside apprentice and short in, and then 2 AP on short in for Donald Parham. Best offensive player in the game, and honestly just the best player in the game. Like if this guy gets a golden ticket later in the year, he's going to be Zeus. And I'm also rocking a 40 out of 50 Oakland Raiders, or I guess the Las Vegas Raiders theme team for that +1 speed. I don't think it's worth it to do, let me go back here actually so I can show the defense, but I don't think it's worth it to do 50 out of 50 just because you're not able to get so many good players and you have to use like a really bad offensive line and then you have to use a little bit worse defensive line, so I definitely don't think the 50 out of 50 is worth it, but 40 out of 50 is a must for that +1 speed on your top guys like Randy Moss and Ronnie Lott. Going into this game, I knew my opponent was going to be running 2-1-2 trips, so I stacked my defensive line. I have 4 AP on my Warren Sapp and Sam Adams, inside stuff on both of them, and I knew my opponent was just going to want to run the ball out of his trips with base and inside zone, so I was like, alright, I'm going to put inside stuffs out there, make him pass the ball, and yeah, that was my whole game plan going into it. Micah Parsons at linebacker, so when he does try to run the ball again, like he won't get blocked as well as a safety, so I have Lurker on him, total of 6 AP, and then I have 3 on Lawrence Taylor, which edge threat, and 3 on what's that guy's name? Oh, Bruce Smith, and he has double or nothing. So that leaves me a total of 12 AP, and then Justin Tucker, obviously a kicker, and yeah, that was the team I was rocking with. My offensive playbook is the NFC playbook, which is definitely the best playbook in the game. It just has so many different plays such as tight, bunch, trips, has a ton of pistol, which I haven't even ran yet. I might mix some pistol in there for the live event, but they have some pistol, have some single back, have some under center. Super tough, definitely recommend it. And then I'm rocking Miami defense, which a lot of people are rocking Kansas City, but I'm rocking Miami. Our opponent here is TTV Stickworks, which is not a very well-known player. Pretty new to the scene, I think, and I really didn't know much about him besides that he ran 2-1-2 trips, but I see that he's rocking Jukebox and double or nothing on his Lawrence Taylor, and so I'm like, okay, he's probably going to be using some shedding abilities in his defense as well. So going into the game, my game plan is always, if I can just get a stop and go up 7, I feel like I'm going to be in a great spot, and so it was as simple as that. I didn't really know much about him. If I knew more about him, then I would have a much better game plan. But I just knew that he liked to run the ball in 2-1-2 trips, and that's all I had to go off of. So I didn't really have much. But I'm playing defense first, which is what I always like to do. And yeah, we're kicking it to him here. I always kick to the left just so that they don't get a good kick return, especially with the 40 out of 50 Raiders. You have some slow guys on your kick return, so I like to kick it to the left. That way they can't kick return, and they also get it shorter than the 25-yard line. But I'm coming out here in the nickel 2-4 defense. This defense is super good for those edge threats and double or nothings, and my defensive game plan was just make him pass the ball, and so that's why I have my 2 inside stuffs. And we check his abilities here. Honestly, just gonna fast forward here, set our audibles, and so yeah, he's coming out in 2-1-2 trips here. First play, he calls base, and my inside stuffs light up, and I'm like, yes, exactly what I spent my 4 AP on. Super excited about that. And now we got him in a 2nd and 9, probably a passing down. He goes to 3 wide receiver trips, so I figure he's probably passing the ball. And my breakdown here is I'm basically just going to be manning up the slot wide receiver here. And then I'm also going to be manning up this wide receiver with this linebacker. And then I just have a cover 3 shell on the back side with the purple over here. and my user's goal is to guard the middle of the field here, and then anything over here in the flat based on what the tight end's doing and the running back. So my number one goal is here is to stop the tight end, and then if the running back goes on like a little out route, that's where my user's got to go. He motions over his running back, so I know he's not running the ball. Then he motions him back, which I'm like, okay, I don't even know what you're doing. Then he waits a little bit. Then he calls stock verticals with a wheel route. Nothing's open. That tight end was kind of open, but that's a very tough read, even with the free form passing. So I get him into a 3rd and 9. Really liking my spot. And then, yeah, in this 3rd and 9, again, I'm just thinking, make sure he can't run the ball. I'm going to call the exact same defense. And we're going to go from there and see what he's got. Because I know that he can't really throw the corner out to the left. And so I know I'm in a good spot. I actually user the linebacker here on the left, which means I'm going to guard B myself, that slot wide receiver. And then I have that linebacker there to guard any slant over the middle in that hook curl. And he actually calls a slant over the middle, exactly what I want him to do. As you can see, my hook curl and my purple are going to play that slant, and I just have to guard the tight end myself. But my sheds get to the quarterback, force the 4th and 9, and we're getting the ball back. So I'm in a great spot here. I got my stop. Now I just need to go get my 7. So he punts me the ball. Just gonna fast forward here. Get a nice little kick return actually. Get it to about the 43. So it's like, all right, like only 57 yards. Definitely have done a lot. Definitely had to deal with a lot worse. So I set my audibles here, and now we're on offense. And so he's actually in 6-1 on defense, which honestly I wasn't prepared for. I think 6-1 is one of the best defenses in the game, since you don't have a passing ability at quarterback, and you can just get to the quarterback quick with that pressure. So I'm gonna run the ball a lot. I'm just gonna test his run defense. So I run the ball on 1st down, then I run the ball here on 2nd down, and I like what I see. The hole was pretty big. I like what I see. And I got Jerome Bettis, who always makes a man miss, can run some people over. So it's like, all right, if I can get 5 yards of carry, then this might be a quick game. So I call base here again, and he actually does a nice job shooting it, but Jerome Bettis is going to do Jerome Bettis things. Breaks a couple tackles, but I get to a key 4th and 1 here, and I call hurry up. And honestly, looking back, it's like I definitely should have punted. My opponent really couldn't move the ball at all. I probably could have coffin cornered him, put him inside the 5-yard line, and it would have been really smart to punt. But you guys know me. You guys know I like to let my nuts hang. It's 4th and 1. I'm going to go for it. You guys see what I will call here. And I call verticals, and this was just a terrible play call. I think I might have been able to throw triangle here, the slot wide receiver on the streak, but he was going to user it, and then he sent 6, so I really didn't have nothing. I tried to throw the quick wheel, but Josh Allen kind of shuffled past it or whatever, pitched it, and it just obviously didn't work. So he gets the ball now at basically midfield, and I'm like, why did I go for that? I'm so stupid. But it's whatever. We're playing really good defense, and he's in 2-1-2 now again. He's going to audible down to run the ball, but that's why we brought the 2 inside stuffs. So honestly, I'm like, please run the ball. He does a lot of motioning here, try to mess with my defensive alignment. My alignment doesn't change, and we're easily stop the run. And that's why we bring the 2 inside stuffs. Even though they didn't light up, they still just shed really well. Bruce Smith, Warren Sapp, those dudes are dogs on the defensive line. So, and we're just in our cover 3 shell, manning up the 2 slot wide receivers. And he tries to throw this ag, which you guys will see all throughout the game. I think he thinks he has like an ag glitch or something with this Randy Moss. He just throws it up, highballs it one-on-one. He might be freeform passing it as well. I'm not really sure, but he's just throwing the ball up to Randy Moss against my cornerback in a one-on-one scenario. And my goal, I just don't click on, let the computer hopefully knock it out. And he was able to knock it out here and leaves me in a 3rd and 12, which I'm like, I kind of want the interception because he's just throwing it at me, but it's like, if I can just live with an incompletion, I can live with an incompletion. We'll take it. 3rd and 12. We just really don't want him to get in field goal range. If he has Justin Tucker, he can kick from about the 41. So we just definitely don't want to give up a 1st down here, because any 1st down, he'll be in field goal range. And we keep him at this 3rd and 12. Again, just rocking our stock cover 3 defense, really. We want to see if he can beat it before we start adjusting. And we user it. We see the backside wheel, and our user is just a little slow, honestly. Oh, didn't mean to go too far back here, but we'll just watch that play again. Let's see here. We'll wait for him to call the play. But he calls verticals with a motion over wheel route with his running back. And honestly, if I just had a little bit of a better user, I think he was throwing the running back regardless. No matter what my user was doing, once he saw that I was running with his slot wide receiver. So honestly, if I pull off like right here, I probably pick six this to the crib, but I do a couple more steps. I actually bump into the wide receiver, and good thing though, we knock it out. We'll take it. 4th and 12. He's 0 for 4. Our defense is looking great, and we're going back on offense. And honestly, our offense wasn't looking too terrible. We got stopped on a 4th and inches, and I liked what I saw running the ball. But I see that he can't really move the ball on offense, so I'm feeling pretty confident right now. He has a good punt here. Puts me at the 10. Definitely could have coffin cornered me, so at the 10-yard line, I'm fine. But again, I really don't want to pass too much against this 6-1, so I'm going to just start trying some runs that I thought were pretty good. I go to this stretch here out of wide trips. I've never ran this play before. Just wanted to kind of try it out. It looks like it's going to be good, right? So I called it. Let's see if it works. And gets me 5 yards. So it's like, okay, that's a success. You can get 5 yards of carry, you're going to win the game. But then I just never go back to it. So that's another mistake I did. I probably should have went back to that play. It looked like it was pretty good. It left me in a one-on-one where honestly, if I break a tackle, I might be taking that to the crib with Bettis. But we get in a little 2nd and 6 here. We try our first passing play of the game out of tight, and we throw a quick wheel. Get stuck here at another 3rd and inches, or I guess 3rd and 2, but another 3rd and short. And it's like, oh man, I just need to get my first down of the game. What I'm thinking is like, I just need to get my first down of the game, and then my offense will keep on rolling. You guys are probably the same way. It's really hard to play offense until you get that first down. Once you get that first down, it's just so much easier. Like, I feel like there's just so much weight lifted off your shoulders, especially in like a $10,000 game, right? Like, definitely just need to get that first down to lock in on offense. But still haven't gotten it yet. Another 3rd and short, and I audible over to an inside zone, hoping he can't shoot it. Doesn't really look like he can shoot it, and we get our first down, which is huge. Jerome Bettis was by far the MVP of the tournament for me, so far at least, for the online elimination part. The dude is just a tank. I would definitely recommend picking him up. He doesn't really fumble either. He can catch the ball, and he just runs over everybody. Dude's a dog, simple as that. Might honestly have to get his jersey. But now we just audible to a base at a bunch. See if he can stop it. He gets a good shoot from one of his defensive linemen, and we're stuck in a 2nd and long here now. Probably gonna have to pass. Don't really have too many plays against 6-1, so kind of just thinking off the top of my head what I should run. And I go to this corner route play out of double and sail out of trips. Have to motion block in order to give myself enough time. In case he sends the crib, he sends 5. Hit my corner route, absolute laser. Freeform passing, shout out Mole. And we get to the 50. End of the first quarter, tie game 0-0, but I got my 2 stops. I get ball a half. I can get 7 here. I feel like I'm in a great spot going forward. Fast forward here. And now we're back to just running the ball. I think I ran the ball almost every time on 1st down. I really just wanted to see, I just didn't want to pass against the 6-1 just because the sheds are crazy. I didn't want to get stuck in a 2nd and long and a 3rd and long scenario. I always wanted to be 3rd and short, 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Just because it's like, I feel like in this game right now, it's so hard to convert those 2nd and longs, 3rd and longs, that you need to stay ahead of the sticks, right? So I'm always going to be running the ball, playing it really slow, playing it really safe, especially because he still hasn't completed a pass yet at this point on offense. So I'm feeling super good. 3rd and 4, I go to one of my favorite plays here out of tight, the little zig route on the left side, a post over the top. And the post is open. He lights up. Donald Parham. Absolute laser. Again, any other tight end probably doesn't catch that, right? Parham's the man, though. He catches it. Short and elite. That's a dog, baby. In field goal range now. Honestly, just need to finish the drive. get 7, and I feel like I honestly won the game. If I go up 7 against this guy, he hasn't completed a pass yet. I'm feeling super good. I think the game's honestly over. He's going to be nervous. This is probably the biggest game of his life. He's going to be super nervous. Me, calm, cool, collected. Going to be up 7. Feeling really good. Run inside zone. Get stuffed. But the bet is the bus. And we actually lose 2 yards. So, but the bus is him, man. I've never lost a tackle battle, by the way. I always win tackle battles. If you guys don't win tackle battles, you just gotta get better. Simple as that. Gotta win those tackle battles. Love the feature. Audible to verticals here. Jerome Bettis, get off me. Win another tackle battle. That's a nice little quick play out of verticals. The running back wheel. I tried to do it out of trips verticals with the running back wheel on that 4th and inches. I just didn't get a good pass by Allen. But out of verticals and bunch, super tough, especially against 6-1. If their user isn't over there, nothing really stops it. And we go to my favorite play here on this crucial 3rd and 4. 2 drags with this post over the top by Donald Parham. Absolute man killer. I think he's going to be in man. That's why I call it. And he is in man. I hit my drag, which his user's going right here. I'm just getting pressured. I would have had a wide open touchdown to this drag because he actually had nobody manned up on it. And his user was all the way trying to guard the tight end. But I had to get rid of the ball quick. Hit my drag. And he catches it, which was super surprising. It's 4th and inches. And I hurry up again. And you guys are probably like, dude, just kick the ball. Like, this guy can't move. Like, why are you going for this? You guys know. Come on. I let him hang. And of course, we go for this quick hike of base while he's making all those adjustments. His user hasn't moved. And probably should have hit the hole, like, right up the gap. But I kind of didn't want to test his user in case he, like, dove out or anything like that. But looking back, I probably could have scored a touchdown there if I just ran up the wide open hole. And instead, I take it to the left there. But I get the first down, which is all that matters. 1st and 10. It's already the 2-minute warning. This is a really long drive. Call a base, which in my opinion, or excuse me, not a base, a draw. Call a draw, which is, in my opinion, the best run in the game so far this year. Super good against man-to-man. Call it, get 5 yards. And now we just got to score in the red zone, score inside the 5-yard line, which is the hardest thing to do in Madden right now. And I just hope that he doesn't have power O defense out of goal line. Just see if he's got something. He comes out in 6-1 again. I flip the play. It looks like we got numbers to the left. His defense is all kind of messed up. And the bus gets in the red zone for me. Go up 7-0, and man, I'm feeling great. Let's fast forward here. So we're up 7-0. We get ball at half. I mean, dude, I'm feeling great. I just killed him here on this kickoff. Let's watch real quick. Kill him! Oh, no, I didn't get the hit stick. Almost got the hit stick. Man, I told y'all better not return kicks on me, because I promise you I go for the hit sticks, and like 1 out of like 20 I get a fumble 6. But man, those fumble 6 feel so good. But anyways, he's coming out in trips here again with 3 wide receivers, so he's probably not going to be running the ball. Gonna run my stock cover 3 defense, man up the 2 slot guys, and I just got the whole middle to the left myself. He motions over, so I send 5 with the hard flat on the left. I got the middle myself. He's doing a little crosser slant, little combo, so I'm gonna bait the slant here, go back up to the crosser. And he just throws this Randy Moss streak again and into coverage. My guy just knocks it out. I'm like, okay, like, do you have like a glitch or something? Like, what is this? Like, and honestly, I'm thinking like, okay, like, how has this guy made it so far? Like, it doesn't really seem like he has too much on offense. He's just throwing ags to Randy Moss. But maybe he just wasn't catching him in my game. Again, he calls probably the same combo, so I call the exact same defense. We guard everything. He throws it up into coverage. We got 2 people there plus my user. I'm like, okay, this probably might be an interception. And then the craziest play of the tournament happens for me. I mean, this guy, who is this? Andre Reed. Andre Reed just knows everything. I mean, he's in the right place at the right time. Comes out of nowhere, catches it. And I'm like, okay, like, he catches it. Like, I've seen wilder things. But my Micah Parsons is literally, like, in his back pocket. Just tackle him. Please just tackle him. Atwater's coming there, too. Like, Atwater, please tackle him. Somebody tackle him. Nope, we miss him. Atwater misses him. And next thing you know, he's doing the cha-cha slide in the end zone. 7-7. 76-yard laser. First completion of the day for my opponent. TTV Stickworks is a double team. Like, I don't even know what you call that catch. But he goes up or he ties it 7-7 with his first completion of the game. 1 minute and 34 seconds left before halftime. And man, I'm thinking like, bro, what? This game should be over. Like, what? How did he just catch that? That should have been a pick. I should be getting the ball here, up 7-0 with ball at half, probably in field goal range. Like, the game would be over. But no, EA doesn't want me to have anything easy. They didn't want to give me a free $10,000. I had to earn it, right? So we're coming back out in our tight. And again, I'm just going to be running the ball, playing really conservative, because I don't want anything fluke to happen on me on offense. The next thing you know, be down 14-0. I actually call a pass play here, call just stock bench, hit the hour out, nice and easy, 11 yards. He doesn't have a flat over there, I noticed that, so I'm definitely going to abuse that later throughout the game. But again, every time that he didn't, I don't know why I paused, but every time that he didn't pinch his line, I knew he couldn't really stop this base. So I'm going to abuse that, right? Like, I'm going to keep on running the ball until he starts pinching his line, because once he pinches his line, it messes with his blitz. So if he doesn't pinch his line, I'm going to run. He pinches his line, I'm going to run again. Should have had better stick there. Should have let 65 try to get out there and block for me and take it up on the right side there. Might have been able to take it for a big run, but we'll take it first down. The clock's ticking. I kind of just want to get 3 points here. And again, terrible stick by me. Got to let the pulling guard block Micah Parsons there, and I might have been able to take that to the crib. But it's all good. Clock's ticking. I run hurry up here again. I was going to throw it to the running back there, but I saw he was manned up. Oh, man. I don't know why I just went back 30 seconds. Yeah, all right, we're back here. But yeah, I called verticals. Was trying to hit the running back wheel for a nice little quick gain because his user was in the middle of the field, so I knew he was going to be able to get there. But he had it manned up. I was kind of scared to throw it. You can probably throw it anyway, but I was kind of scared to throw it. I didn't want to force anything. So we're stuck here at a 3rd and 15. And this is exactly the spot I didn't want to be in because it's so hard to convert this against 6-1. But again, I just want to get to the 41-yard line because at the 41, you can kick with Justin Tucker. And I throw a deep corner out here, which I thought was going to be a touchdown. It looks open. I pass lead it up here, freeform pass it. It looks open, and his guy knocks it out. I think that's Holland. He makes a great play. If he picks it off, it's whatever because he's at the 5-yard line. So I was going to force it. I went for it all. I probably, thinking back, again, should have just went for a check down, see if I could get to the 41 for a field goal. But it's all good. I didn't have my vibration on, so it's impossible to punt with vibration off. I just punted into the red zone. I was kind of disappointed in myself. I was like, no, come on. You run the ball all the time. You got to be good at punting if you're such bad on off. I don't even know how to speak, but if you're terrible at offense, no, you got to be good at punting. But that was a terrible punt, and 14 seconds left. This is actually kind of big, though, because he's got this ag glitch to Randy Moss, and I just forgot to man it up. And so he calls verticals. He throws to Randy Moss. It kind of looks open, but Lester Hayes makes a play. Shout out Lester. That was a huge play because honestly, that was like the most open that Randy Moss ag has looked all day. So that would have got him into field goal range. But now I manned him up plus the 3rd, so he's double teamed. If he catches it on a double team, he's got it. 9 seconds left. He really has nothing else. Like, I'll give him anything over the middle of the field. Just don't want to give up this ag to Randy Moss. I man up everybody and just use that guy myself. He throws to Randy Moss in double coverage. He lights up, but he gets knocked out. Thank the Lord. I mean, this dude, like, I feel like he's been agging everyone else, and I might have just got lucky because, like, I don't know. I haven't given one up yet, but he lit up right there. I was very nervous. And I'm just going to back up everybody here. Just please take me to half. I don't want to get agged by Randy Moss, but he audibles down, which basically means he's going to run the ball. And we're going to go into half here, 7-7. I feel really good because he has 1 completion on offense, and it was just a tipped pass for a 78-yard touchdown. And I feel like I'm moving the ball pretty okay on offense myself. So I'm feeling pretty good going into the second half. I get ball first. I know if I score a touchdown here, like it's gonna be tough for him to win the game. But I need to score a touchdown here. Get the ball at the 33. Again, he doesn't pinch his line. I call base. Don't really get too much, but not putting myself in a terrible spot with 2nd and 8. 2nd and medium, can definitely work with that. And going in here again, he doesn't pinch his line. Gonna call base again. Should have better stick. Really just need to wait for, I don't know who 65 is, but I need 65 to just pull a little bit faster. Need to wait for him to set that block, and then I can follow him. This is a crucial 3rd and 7, because if I get stopped here, then he's going to have the ball, tie game in the 3rd quarter. Like, that's obviously not a spot I want to be in. Throw to Jerome Bettis. He fights, but again, I get stuck in a 4th and inches. And guys, I probably should have punted here again, but I get stuck in another 4th and inches, 3rd one of the day. I'm going for it. I quick hike base, and we get it. Let's go. Jerome Bettis is a tank. 18 rushes for 63 yards. 3 yards in a cloud of dust type football. You guys know that's what I'm good at. And we're already at the 50 here. 9 more yards. We're in field goal range. Honestly, I'll take a field goal because I just don't think he can move the ball. I feel like if I score one time, like I win the game. For some reason, he spreads his line right there. So I quick hike an inside zone. Get 3 yards. Again, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 2nd and medium. Exactly the game plan I want to play here against 6-1. Because I just think he's not very good at offense. And I just don't want to make any mistakes on offense for myself. So he gets free points. I want to make him earn his points. So I'm going to play super passive here. But Donald Parham absolutely torches Steve Atwater there in man-to-man. Lights up with that short end. Absolutely destroys him in that corner route, and we get a 1st down. And he's lit up with double me, so I know if I ever need something, I'm throwing him the ball. And we actually call probably our first pass play here on 1st and 10. Again, go with our 2 drag play with the post over the top. He plays really good defense. He plays zone. If you play zone against that play's pretty much dead. I just thought he was going to be calling man-to-man there again. But good defensive play call by him. And I get stuck in a 2nd and long, which is not the spot I want to be in. But I know, again, if I just kick 3, I'm in a great spot, 10-7. So I just don't want to make any, I'm not going to make any, take any crazy chances here. But I called this play for the first time today, which is flat here. That's my first read. I have this drag underneath, and then I have a slant. Then I have a delayed post over the top. So I'm kind of hoping that his user recognizes the post and leaves the slant, or he leaves the drag underneath. And then if he's in zone, I have this flat here. If it's like cover 3 over here, or like cover 4, and he doesn't have a flat here, I have that flat there for a couple yards. But that's my progression on this play. And as you can see, he puts a defensive lineman out there in the flats, and that guy's just too slow. So I take my 5 yards. I'm happy taking my 5 yards. Getting to a 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 9. Definitely doable. But I don't really have a play call, so it's like, I don't know what I'm going to call. I just kind of think one in my head. It's probably not a great play call. But I call PA counter go, a crosser and a motioned over slant here. And then 2 seam streaks. Hit the slant here quick though. Great play by me. His user was guarding the crosser. Hit the slant quick. Get the 1st down. And now we go right back to goal line because I knew that he struggled against it the first time. So I'm like, all right, let's try his power row defense again. Like, he wasn't able to stop it the first time. Let's try here again. And he calls the exact same defense. And so I have the numbers. He shifts his line to the left. I have the numbers to the right. The bus fights. He fights. Gets me to the 1 yard line. And I'm just like, all right, I'm giving the bus the ball 3 more times. If he gets stopped 3 times for 1 yard, good defense by my opponent. But the bus is getting the ball 3 more times. He comes out in goal line here. And so if people run goal line against you guys, quick tip here. They run goal line. Power row is the best run in the game. You cannot run toss. Toss is terrible this year. Please run power row. Motion it over so you get the numbers because, as you guys can see, this cornerback doesn't follow. Motion him over. Get the numbers. And as you can see, his user actually fights through there. That usually doesn't happen. Usually the user gets blocked. But it doesn't matter because the bus is him. And he's doing the, I don't even know what that dance move is, but you do your thing, bus. And we're up 14-7. And what? He goes for the block, and he mistimes it. He really could have blocked that, and that would have been huge because if he takes that back, it's 9-13. And I'm only up by 4 instead of being up by 7. I should have kicked that kick perfectly, but I didn't. I wasn't really paying attention. I thought it was just a PAT. And it almost cost me, but luckily he didn't time it correctly. But now we're up by 7. He only has 1 completion. We're stopping the run. He probably has like 80 total yards of offense, and 78 of it was that ag. I'm feeling great. If I can get 1 stop, I'm yelling in my head, and I'm yelling out loud. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm yelling 1 stop and this, just like OG Noah. And so, like, I'm super pumped. I'm running my cover 3 again. My guy, Lester Hayes, he's lit up against that Randy Moss. But I move him back anyways, just so I can't get agged. He puts a drag on the field. Everything's bagged. Pick books! I don't know where he's throwing the ball here. I have no idea. We'll look again, though. We got the drag covered. The corner out might be open, but he kind of throws it late. I think he's just throwing to Randy Moss again, but that's why we put 6. Actually, we had 10 AP on our defensive line with the 2 inside stuffs, but those edge threats and the double or nothings went absolutely crazy. Shout out Lawrence Taylor here. And then big Bruce Smith catches the ball with the interception. And I'm like, all right, honestly, right here at this moment, I'm like, game's over. I win. This game's over. I'm going on conservative so I don't fumble. I'm running power O 3 times with big Jerome Bettis. And I'm like, all right, worst comes to worst, I waste 1:30. Game's over. He's not going to be able to score 10 points. But that was like a terrible mindset for me because you still have another quarter to play. Like, that was just very stupid of me. But whatever. The big bus. Wish I could have taken that outside for a touchdown. But we'll take it. Going into the 4th. At the 7-yard line. Up 7. Worst comes to worst. We're up 10 with like roughly 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. So I'm feeling great. I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm already like, what tweet am I going to tweet out? Like, I made the live event. Again, terrible mentality. If I was playing somebody probably with a bigger name, like if I was playing like Wesley or K-Mac or Skimbo, any of those guys, like probably would have been taking it a little bit more serious, but that's just like very stupid on me because this guy is obviously a really good player if he was able to make it to this point. But I call Power O again, and we take it to the crib. Bettis with his 3rd touchdown of the day. He's doing his dance again. Go ahead, Bettis. Go ahead. Let's go. Kick the PAT. He doesn't block it. We're up 21-7, and it's honestly night-night is what I'm thinking. I'm like, all right, like, let's go. Like, just honestly quit out. Like, this game's over. We kick it shallow to him here. We're just gonna run our cover 3 defense, see if he can beat it. Back up Randy Moss there. He calls inside zone. I wasn't really prepared, but that's why we get it. That's why we got inside stuffs. Only gets a yard because inside stuff's the best against people that just want to run the ball. We have our stock cover 3 here. He takes his check down. Great play by him. My user definitely should have been down there. His 2nd completion of the day though. So it's like, if he wants to take checkdowns all day, that's fine. He's only got 4 minutes to do so. I know he's gonna try to go for some bombs here again. I got the backside dig here and PA counter go. And he's gotta throw the ball here. 2 for 11, 87 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I think that play with the knockout was 78 of those 87 yards, so that's pretty crazy. My opponent was definitely bagged up here. I would definitely recommend, guys, if you're playing against trips tight end, first thing to call is stock cover 3. If they can beat that, then you start adjusting, but my opponent here just couldn't beat it. He motions out his running back because he thinks he's me, which I think he knows that I'm in cover 3 because it's like a pretty obvious tell. So I think he's trying to hit the tight end seam, so that's why I manned him up there. That was just bad user by me. I really have nothing else to guard. Just terrible user. I have to guard that tight end in row myself. But it's all good. He still has 47 more yards to go. And he's doing this motion with his running back, which I wasn't really sure. Like, I felt like he was trying to glitch me out or something. This dude, I feel like, just has some glitches. I don't know. I was kind of nervous. But I didn't man up the tight end here. I was going to user it myself. He goes to Randy Moss again, and Lester Hayes makes a play. Shout out Lester Hayes. I don't know if I had any other corner over there if I would have just kept on getting agged and would have lost by 20. But Lester Hayes just gets it done. So if that's happening to you guys, I would definitely recommend picking him up. Now again, we get him in the 2nd and 10. He's motioning out his running back. And I saw that the tight end was kind of open, so I manned him up here. And he goes for the in route, and I think he was throwing it to the tight end. I probably would have picked it off and ended the game. But can't complain that our edge threats and double or nothings are going crazy because they actually got us that interception. So it is what it is. I'm happy. 3rd and 10. Just want to end the game here. Great read by him. He sees that I'm selling out to stop the running back wheel because I notice every time he motions over the running back wheel, he motions over the running back, it's a wheel. So I went to user it, and he throws his tight end. Great read by him. He goes for the ag with CD Lamb now, whereas Randy Moss is tired from just dropping passes, and CD Lamb still can't ag Lester Hayes. Lester Hayes is a dog. But I'm like, I'm thinking like, dude, does he have like a glitch or something? Like, why does he just keep on going for these ags? Like, if anyone who's watching this has played this guy, like, does he get these ags on the regular? Like, I'm honestly curious. But he cooks up a great play here. I'm kidding, bro. He agged me. I'm kidding. He agged me again, but I clicked on, right? If you guys are getting agged right now, just don't click on. The CPU will do a better job than you clicking on, I promise. I clicked on, I went for the interception, and my guy was just, he was waving to his girlfriend in the 4th row of the stands right there instead of going for the ball. So I just don't click on, let the CPU. If the CPU can't do it, then nobody can do it, right? Like, you think you're better than the CPU? You're not, all right? So it's whatever. We're only up 7 now, and it's like, I'm kind of creeping in the back of my head, like, all right, like, I kind of lost focus. Like, this is a $10,000 game of Madden, Noah. Like, you're not playing just a regular mud head-to-head. Like, you got to regain focus. You got to get, 29 yards to get to the 41-yard line to get in field goal range. So I got to regain focus here. I start with a little run because he didn't pinch his line. And the bus he's just going to town. Gets me 9 yards. He has 89 yards on 24 rushes and 3 touchdowns. And yeah, so I just want to clock him out 1. But mainly, I just want to get into field goal range. Whatever happens, happens. But as long as I get into field goal range, I feel like I'm going to win the game. But if I can clock him and never give him the ball back too, like, that also works. But we call our base. He hasn't really been able to stop it. He slows it down there, but I only needed a yard. Get the first down. Keeps the clock running. Moves the chains. Now I'm 20 yards away from a victory. He pinches his line, but I notice he still can't really stop it when he pinches his line. The bet is... I can't understand the bet is. I meant to say the bus. The bus gets 12 more yards, and I'm 7 yards away from glory. Plus, there's only 2 minutes left, so if I get another first down, I'll be in field goal range, and the game's almost over. And I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to go away from the game plan. I got to see if he can stop this quick base. It looks like he tries to sell out for it. And I make a nice little cut back there, and I'm in field goal range, 39-yard line, 2nd and 1. And now I'm licking my chops. I'm realizing, yeah, the game's probably over. I go on conservative so I don't fumble, and now I just need to not lose 3 yards. If I get a first down, then the game's definitely over. I call Power again because he hasn't really stopped it, which was probably a stupid decision by me because if he shoots it in the backfield, I can easily lose some yards. Probably just should have called quarterback sneak. But I called Power because I'm stupid. He shoots it. I actually lose a yard. And now I'm super nervous because it's like, if I lose 1 more yard, then I'd have to kick a perfect kick. And I definitely don't want to do that. Like, just get the first down, Noah, end the game. So I go back to tight. I don't know if he thought I was going to call a pass, but he didn't pinch his line. So it's like, all right, I'm going to call base again. Cut back here. And, Bettis just falls forward. Get the first down. And that's basically GG's. Just going to kneel out the ball here. I actually made a stupid mistake. I'm curious to see what you guys would do here. We can fast forward here. I need the ball twice. So it's 3rd and 11. He uses one of his timeouts. And then he's going to use his second timeout here. And so there's 13 seconds left. I'm up 7. And I'm in field goal range. But you guys saw previously on that kickoff on the PAT that he had the block kick animation. He just mistimed it. But that's because I didn't perfectly kick the ball. So it's A, do I punt the ball and just give him the ball back with 8-7 seconds, no timeouts at probably the 3, 5, 6 yard line. But I'm a bad punter, so he's probably gonna at the 20. But even if he gets at the 20-yard line with 6 seconds left, I'm up 7. But he does have that Randy Moss. I think he has an ag glitch. I'm I don't really want to mess with that. So I'm screw it. I'm just gonna kick the field goal. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked. Because if it gets blocked, he can easily take it to the crib. He could go for 2. Next thing you know, I somehow lose this game 22-21 when I'm up 7 with 13 seconds left. So the right decision is probably to punt the ball. But I'm just going to kick this ball perfect and end the game. Because I don't want to get agged by Randy Moss for my cheese. If he blocks my kick, he blocks my kick. And I kick the ball perfect. He doesn't get the block kick animation. Ball goes through the uprights. And 8 seconds left. I'm up by 10. And that is a GG's. This Stickworks guy is definitely super underrated, especially if this ag glitch works. Definitely fortunate that he wasn't able to ag me, because I feel like this game could have been a way different story. But also, like, if he doesn't catch that tip pass, I probably could have won by a lot more. But he takes the knee, and I win the game 24-14, and I move on to the round of 8, where I play Drini next. And that game will actually be on stream with the EA Madden NFL stream, so I definitely think you guys should tune in. It's probably going to be the best game of the year so far, the biggest matchup. I don't know what Drini's ranked, like on the power rankings or anything like that, but I'm number 2, and I know he's in the top 10, but I mean, all time, I think he's either number 1 or number 2 in earnings. He's definitely a top 5 MCS player of all time, so that's going to be probably one of the biggest games so far this year, if not the biggest, and I'm just super pumped for it because I've never played Drini in an MCS game so far yet, and man, like playing the top guys in MCS games is always why I play Madden. Like, I play for those moments, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait to play for that one. But yeah, guys, thank you again for tuning in. If you guys learned anything, you're welcome for the free game, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. Next video will be dropping sometime later this week. But again, appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm out.